Interestingly, the Quran tells us how Allah would have killed Muhammad. We find Allah's MO, his preferred method of executing false prophets, in Surah 69, verses 44 to 46. According to the Quran, if Muhammad were to invent a false revelation, if he were to fabricate verses of the Quran, Allah would kill him by severing his aorta. The aorta is the artery that comes out of the left ventricle of your heart. It's also called the life artery. And if he, Muhammad, had forged a false saying concerning us is Allah because he's plural sometimes, we surely would have seized him by his right hand, or with power and might, and then we certainly would have cut off his life artery. And in parentheses, the translators add, aorta. The Pickthall translation declares, and if he had invented false sayings concerning us, we assuredly had taken him by the right hand and then severed his life artery. M.H. Shakir renders these verses, and if he had fabricated against us some of the sayings, we would certainly have seized him by the right hand, then we would certainly have cut off his aorta. Sunan Abu Dawud 4499. Narrated Ibn Ka'b ibn Malik, on the authority of his father, Mubashir, Bishr's mother, said to the Prophet during the sickness of which he died, "What do you think about your illness, Messenger of Allah?" "I do not think about the illness of my son except the poisoned sheep of which he had eaten with you at Khaybar." The Prophet said, "And I do not think about my illness except that. This is the time when it cut off my aorta." There's that aorta again. The History of At-Tabari, Volume 8, page 124. The Messenger of God said during the illness from which he died, the mother of Bishr ibn al-Bara had come in to visit him. Bishr, at this very moment I feel my aorta being severed because of the food I ate with your son at Khaybar.